Hello and welcome back. This is Vinchenz, and today we're going to be doing a run through of the Pyam Hangar, what you need to know, and how to collect your Pyam ships.
All systems online.
We're heading out from Checkmate and we're going to be going down to the hangar. We've got to do a quick check. We're looking at the lights inside the hangar, so we've got to check all three hangars and see which one has got the lights to let us know how long is left on the timer to get access to the hangar, get down and use the terminal, and claim a Pyam ship. We're set en route now to the Pyam hangars just near to the sun. It's the closest jump point to the sun. So we're going to shoot down there and we're going to go and check it out.
Shields offline. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Arriving on the location, and we're going to do some scans just to give us the lay of the land. You can see there's three red lights in front of me, and they are the three Pyam hangars. So we've got the one on the left, the one in the middle, and the one on the right. We've already got a guy in the middle one, and he is reporting that there's actually no lights in his hangar, so we'll check the other two first. And then if not, we're just going to have to hang around and wait, because sometimes there is a bug where the lights don't actually show. Pulling up to the first hangar now, let's jump out the ship. There's the airlock in front of us, and let's get in there. I'd always keep your weapon out just in case. There's always people camping in and around the areas. And what we're looking for is in the top right corner. It is these green lights and red lights. And as you can see here, unfortunately, there are no lights. So that would usually mean that this hangar is inactive and you won't be able to hand your cards in this hangar. So let's jump back in the ship and we're going to head to the next one. The next one is shrouded in a cloud of dust. You can't see anything as you head up to it, but if you use your scanner, it will show you the way. It's absolutely pitch black here, so the scanner is the only way we can actually see where we're going, until we get a little bit closer to the door, and things do become a lot clearer. Quick disclaimer on this video, we do have a little sound issue coming up in a minute. I've put a little bit of music on it so it won't annoy you, but yeah, the sound seems to go a bit crackly on Star Citizen at the moment, and I don't know what it is. Apparently it's something to do with lag or server lag that messes up your sound, and when I'm recording it seems to go all crackly, so please excuse that. Here we are coming into the second hangar now, and just like the first hangar, this hangar has no lights on the pipes in the middle. Straight onto the third one. And let's hope this one's got some lights. And you'd normally be able to see them by now, and again there is no lights whatsoever. When this happens, you just have to wait in the area until one of the lights changes colour, and normally when it changes colour it will pop them back on for us to see. That does sound strange, but if you just wait a few minutes, the lights will appear. So let's check the card slots and make sure that if the lights do appear in this hangar, we are able to put our cards in, because sometimes you'll see that those three slots there are full of cards and you won't be able to use them, so there's no point hanging around there. After waiting here for a minute or two, as you can see, the lights have now appeared, and we've got 4 green lights and 1 red light. This is the hangar when you've got all the red lights on. Each one of these red lights takes 24 minutes to disappear, and when they all fill up with green lights, you can put your cards in, and then you've got about 1 hour to do your business in the hangar and to get out of there. I'm going to set up a few defences now while we wait, because we know we've got 1 red light, so we've got less than 24 minutes to be able to get the cards here and get ready to put them in and head down to the hangar. I'm just going to check who's around outside, and as soon as I do, there is a Polaris waiting for me with some of its guys getting out and ready to enter this hangar. If I stay here, I'm going to die, so I've got to click this button as fast as I can. And I'm going to close the airlock and get ready for an invasion. So here they come through the airlock. This is what happens when you're in here. You just got to hold it down as best you can. I'm in this asteroid on my own, so let's see if we can take him down. We've killed one in the airlock, but there is one guy hanging around. He did manage to get up, and I can't get eyes on him. Don't know where I'm getting shot from here, just taking random hits. So I'm going to switch position and see if I can see him. There he is, making a run for it. Getting some good hits on him, but unfortunately we go down. What to do next is get straight back in your ship and head down there. There's still that one red light on, and there is still roughly 24 minutes to go before the hangar opens. So we've got a little bit of time, and we're going to fight to get in that hangar and claim it as ours. We're back around the hangar now, and the enemy have got some ships in the area, so we're going to try and take them down, and then we'll get inside once again and try and take it over.
Friendly target.
This is a Pyam Cutlass. Luckily it's not the hardest ship when you're in a fighter ship, so we're going to take this guy down, make sure there's no other enemies in the area, and get back inside.
Shields under fire. Kill. Friendly target.
We've now got a constellation in the area, and this guy's making a beeline for the hangar. We don't want to let him get in there because you never know how many people are on board, and they could hold down that hangar if we let him get inside. He's heading towards the asteroid pretty quick, and I'm trying to shoot him as best I can, but luckily he does go a little bit too quick, and he smashes into the asteroid and kills himself. The Polaris from earlier is still there, and some of its crew must be inside. Meanwhile, I've snuck on board, set the self-destruct, and let's get rid of that right now. So there goes their spawn points. Now we've got them trapped inside the asteroid. We've got the crew now in the area, so they're going to get ready and breach the asteroid, hopefully clear it out while I head back to checkmate and grab the cards.
Landing complete.
Here are the Pyam cards you collect from the contested zones, and you've got to take numbers 1 to 7 with you to put in the slots inside the hangar to open the hangar door and claim your ship.
Quantum travel complete.
So the boys are inside the base now, and we're going to head in as quickly as we can and get inside where we can get some cover, hold down the area, and wait for all the lights to go green so we can put the cards in the slots. There are a few AI ships outside, we're just going to completely ignore them and get inside the base as quick as possible.
Shields online.
Inside, the area is secured, and we should just be able to head in now with no issues, because the guys have cleared everywhere and checked everywhere is safe for entry. So we'll leg it around here and we go into the EVA section again. And now we have got 5 green lights. You can see them on the middle pipe and up at the top side pipes. I like to start with cards 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and then number 7 at the end. It is a bit of a slow, laborious process getting these cards out your backpack, and you are vulnerable to damage while you're doing this, so make sure you've got a friend or a couple of friends who can cover you while you put the cards in. You also want to watch out that once you finish putting these cards in, that there aren't people who are going to pop out and just shoot you, so keep an eye on everywhere because they could be hiding anywhere, and they'll also try and come in the front doors. They could have been hiding around the sides or in other rooms in the base, and they'll be watching you with the F4 camera, which they can sort of zoom through walls and see what you're doing without being in the actual room. So just watch out for that. Keep your eyes open at this point. You can still get killed even though you've completed the card handing and you're heading through to the closed off area. So we're going to call this lift. We've got 2 guys covering and 1 guy's going to come with me. Just be careful when you do call the lift that the lift is actually there. The lift has appeared and it's time to head down. At this point your heart rate is pretty high and it is very exciting. This is such a good game loop for Star Citizen. It's definitely my favourite in the game. Making money's fun, but this is a completely different level of intensity. Entering the hangar and we're just going to run to the terminal as fast as we can. You never know who's coming. There could be a massive group coming down right behind us. So get to the terminal quickly and claim your ship. Once it's claimed, the ship is yours, so even if we get invaded or the ship gets blown up, it will be available to call from our fleet manager. So the first ship I'm going to show you here today is the best ship, I think, and it is the F-8C Lightning. This is my favourite new ship. I've never owned one, and I do enjoy playing with the Pyam version. It doesn't come with the best components. I think a lot of the ships come with stealth components, and a lot of the ships aren't actually stealthy ships, so there does seem a bit of a mismatch there for me. I would have much preferred it if it came with military A-grade components, and it was just a beefed up monster of a ship. Having stealth components doesn't really do a lot for me, especially not in the F8, because it does have a lot of heat signatures, it is a big ship, and it can be spotted from just about anywhere, so I don't think the stealth components actually help it that much. Anyway, it does have a cool skin, it's got lots of good weapons, and obviously when you're doing the contested zones, or even this hangar, you will find military grade A components that you can put in there and make it a beast. Checking out the ship now, I'm super excited here. The boys are going around and just getting all the components. You can see one just on the floor here in front of the ship, and there are other ones dotted about the hangar. The F8 looks absolutely sick, and like I say, it's the first time I've ever had one. The next ship we claim is an F-7C, which is another cool ship. I really do like this little ship. A smaller fighter with still a lot of firepower. The F-8 has 8 guns, and the F-7... Oh, it's not an F-7C actually, so it's an F-7A, which is the military version. And this has 6 guns and a very cool skin. You can also get your hands on a Cutlass here, which is a very good Pyam ship. It's a great ship for getting around, super rapid, and it can hold some cargo. You've also got the Corsair, which I think is one of my favourites as well. And this again has a really cool skin on. Not sure about how good the components are for it, but the skin itself is ace. And finally you've got the Sullen. Now this is my least favourite ship, but when it comes to the paint job, it is definitely the best ship. The paint, the skin is absolutely awesome. Here are the components. The boys have been collecting them, so we're just going to leave them at the back of the hangar. The next thing you want to do after you've claimed your ship is check all the little ammo boxes around the room, grab a load of components, get them ready, and with this collection being a cutlass, we can just open the back of the ship and load all the components in there. There are some cool weapons in these weapon racks, and you might as well grab them while you're here, and you can use them in the contested zones. There's railguns everywhere, grenade launchers, so grab as many things as you can, fill your backpack with weapons, and then we'll get ready, load up the components, and we'll get out of here. Just be careful with the components. You want to try and make sure that you do lock them onto your grid. It has been known that components will just disappear if they're not locked on, and they can sometimes also fall through the floor. This is especially important when you're at your hangar back at base, because if you let the components touch the floor, they will fall through the floor. They will lock onto your cargo grid, so you can put them on your warehouse elevator, lock them on, and then send them down. The ship's loaded up and we're just about to leave. We are hearing a lot of commotion outside, and one of the boys is giving a shout out that we have some invaders. So we're going to open up. And a quick tip I'd give you is try not to use your railgun too close to the ship's shields, because I'm actually killing myself here while trying to kill this enemy. And down I go. The railgun has taken both of us out, but luckily I've got a crew here and I'm going to get picked up pretty quick. So we've taken down the enemy here. We do try and put him in the back of the ship to loot him, but he's doing one of the hacks where when you kill a player, they somehow make their body disappear and you are not able to loot them. So he's taken the coward's way out. He has hard killed one of our mates, and so we're just going to take his body with us, and we can get the loot off for him and give it him back when we get back to base. So the ship's loaded up, everyone's on board. All that's left to do now is take our components, hand them in back at the warehouse, and we'll have these nice components for any ships we need them for. And they are generally pretty good components. I don't think you can get them anywhere else, and the ones in the hangar are especially good, even better than the ones you find at the end of the contested zones. So there you go guys, that's how you do the Pyam Hangar. They're the exclusive ships that you can get in-game at the moment. I would definitely give this game loop a try. I think it's the best game loop in the game at the moment, and it has the best rewards in the game at the moment. I hope you liked the video. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And until next time, take it easy.